morning, everybody. The dog's been really needy this morning. I don't know what is wrong with her. Welcome to February Vlogs. Today is day 12. What's the matter with you? I don't know what's wrong with her this morning, but she's been incredibly needy. She just wants to sit on my knee. Don't you, darling? Hey? You want cuddles today? Lots of them? I think we can do that. It's 9 o'clock in the morning and I'm waiting for everyone to get sorted. It's quite a busy day today. Josh has got an appointment today at lunchtime, which I need to deal with. I'm waiting in for a package coming as well. Need to nip to Tesco's at some point in amongst that. And there was something else I had to do. Stuart's stealing them pens. I told you we'd go for that pen pot, didn't I? Pack it in. Honestly, Luigi this morning. I don't know what is wrong with him, but he's in complete and utter play mode. He's running around the house, charging around like this, pulling things over, jumping up at things, in and out. I don't know what's got into him this morning. Meowing, he's got a really loud meow and he can meow at the top of his voice. Add that to the fact that will you stop sniffing my leg? I went upstairs to get dressed and I was brushing my teeth. When I brush my teeth, I always sit on the side of the bath. So I sat on the bath, rinsed my toothbrush, put my toothpaste on, went to brush my teeth, turned the cold tap on, and then on the hot tap, spotted a big hairy spider watching me. It's been one of those mornings this morning. I'm just like, what is going on? Seriously, what is going on? So I need to get cleaned up. I need to do the hoovering. I've done all the washing up. I've cleaned all the surfaces. Now I need to do the hoovering. Can you hear him? Just have to wait a minute. He's been in a... Why are you shaking? Hey, you're shaking. Are you cold? Hey? Yeah, he's been in and out all morning. Annabelle... So her name is Annie, or Annabelle Penelope. Her friends call her Annie, the new hamster. So she's settled in really, really well. Thank you for all the lovely comments about Oreo. It really warmed my heart. And yeah, she's doing really well. I put a little clip that I took last night when I went to bed of her playing in the wheel. She's never had a wheel before, obviously. Just have to excuse Luigi a minute. So she's just been running around in the wheel. Oreo never used to bother with the wheel. Oreo used to prefer the ball. I'm not sure how well Annie will cope with the ball because she's so small, but I'll see in a few days. You'll have to wait a minute. Anyway, she loves this wheel. So much though, she's been in the wheel all night long. So Friday night, she was still kind of getting her bearings. She discovered the wheel. Oh, let me just let the cat out. Hang on. It won't shut up. Sorry about that. Yeah, so Friday night she was just getting her bearings. She had discovered the wheel, but had just sort of been in and out it a little bit. Saturday night she was full on playing in the wheel. So it got to 1 AM and you can take the wheel out of the cage quite easily. I removed the wheel from the cage, or I made Danny remove the wheel from the cage. And I thought, right, okay, that's fine. Maybe it was just the first night, you know, she was going round and round in the wheel so much. She was going so fast, it was actually whistling. The wheel was making a whistling sound. And then last night, again, she was just in the wheel all night, bless her. So I had to remove it at 1 AM. Otherwise, I wouldn't have got any sleep. So, yeah, but she's settled in really, really well. She doesn't seem to be drinking too much, so I'm keeping an eye on that because I don't know. Oreo didn't drink massively, but it doesn't look like Annie is drinking very much. I mean, she's fine. She's charging around in the wheel, but I'm just going to keep an eye on that. I found a couple of tips on Google if it looks like it's going to be a problem that I can do. But yeah, she's lovely. She's absolutely lovely. She's allowing me to put my hand in the cage now and she's not running off quite so much. So I'm just getting her used to me that way. The dog's shivering. Are you cold, darling? Hey, are you chilly? Yeah. That's Stuart, clodhopping around the place. Goodness. Right, I'm going to go. I'm going to get everybody out of bed and start the day.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, good
no hat.
Sun's out.
The sun is out. Yeah, sorry if I'm not with it. I was watching the Super Bowl last night.
He stayed up till 4:30 watching the Super Bowl. He's very tired.
It's awesome. Yeah, so that's the start of my morning. Is to be half awake at this moment in time.
I dragged him out of bed because we're running out of time this morning completely.
Running out of time.
I'm just rushing around.
Oh, things that we have to do today. So yes, so as you know, where we headed?
You know the road by now.
Where we headed? Yeah, it is Monday. It is Monday morning. Yeah, standard Monday mornings. Tesco's. But yeah, so it's headed over there. Then, what's the rest of the plans today?
Josh has got an appointment at lunchtime. I need to ring up that dye company. We should have had some dye delivered. It's not come, so I need to sort that out.
Yes.
I've got a pattern to write.
Oh yes, these new socks. Very nice.
I'm very proud of them. Very proud of them.
There's another
Really
pair coming.
love them.
It's very, very, very good. So I don't really sound like I'm saying at the height, but I know I'm just tired. To be more like upbeat and excited.
They are called the honey and nectar socks.
Honey and nectar socks.
Yes.
So you finally come for a final.
Right, flip the camera around quickly.
Oh, okay.
Look at that view. Isn't it gorgeous? Look at the shadow coming over.
Great.
Beautiful. When we came over the other day, there was a lot of low mist, and as you came up this hill, you had to drive through the mist. It was amazing.
Yeah, you come out the other side, it's
Yeah.
like no mist.
It was lovely.
So I hope you've had a lovely weekend. I hope you've all, doing all your lovely little crafts and all your, seeing crochet. I've never said that before.
No, you haven't actually.
I've never said that ever. I have no idea why that's. Maybe because it's crochet.
I'm going to start the gauge swatch for your cardigan today. Sweater, jumper, cardigan, jumper.
What am I having?
Jumper. Yeah, I'm doing the gauge swatch.
Cardigan? Jumper?
What is going on here? Oh, you're putting lights up, aren't you?
Oh, that's not good.
When we took Harry back yesterday, there were road closures because of the floods. We were taking detours, weren't we?
Yeah. So yes, sorry if I'm not with it. I will be back with it. I'm normally full of waffle, but
I'm going to get him a Diet Coke. That's his coffee.
I need a coffee just to try and come back around. So yeah, so I hope you all had a wonderful day today. Thank you very much for all the lovely comments. Thank you very much for the lovely new subscribers. Welcome to my yarny corner. Thank you very much for all the lovely pictures that are still coming in for the advent. Don't forget, you can send them in all year round. Well, I'd say all year round. I mean, up to a certain point. But yeah, so once again, thank you very much. So we're just about to nip into Tesco's. So see you in about 30 seconds. Stay safe, everybody. Take it easy. And I'll see you in 30 seconds. Bye, everyone.
Today's going nowhere.
You're trying to catch me washing up.
Oh yeah, look. Danny's washing up. It's 1:05.
like I never do it.
I have got nothing done. Goodness. We've got this box to sort out. This is the yarn order. I might open it with you actually. We have... Oh, can't even see anything. There we go. Advent yarn. More Advent yarn. More Advent yarn. What's this one? Sock yarn. Sock yarn.
Ooh.
I did promise.
You've got 50 grams.
These are 50 gram skeins. That's where I get my yarn from.
There we go. More
More
so,
sock yarn.
More sock yarn.
50 gram skeins, because you have been asking for solid 50 gram skeins. So that's what we're going to do. So I've got some of those. I'm just going to take you into the lounge. Ooh. I was working on the computer. Oh. I think I'm just going to, I don't know. Yeah, so you've been asking for 50 gram skeins of yarn, so that is what I have ordered. So I'm going to do some of them. And yeah, today's just going. I've got nothing done. It's 1:05 and I've got nothing done. I've been working, but I'm just not getting anywhere fast. Josh had an appointment, which has taken the past hour and a bit. So I've been up and down with that as well. But yeah, I'm just getting nowhere fast today. And I've forgotten to buy milk. So that's not helpful, is it? Right. And these have just slept. And the sun's beaming in on me now. Hello. It's nearly 3 o'clock now and I am done. All of my jobs are done. I've written up the pattern. It took a while, but it's not taken me as long as it has been taking me. Will you stop licking? My hands are like so cold, they've gone numb. It's really like just numb and hurting. Yeah, it's not taken me as long as it did in the start. I'm getting used to doing it now. So I am going to show you the socks. Are you ready? I am so proud of these. These are the honey and nectar socks. This is meant to be the nectar and this is the honey. And I just love them. I absolutely love them. This is the first, like, do you know what I mean when I say girly pattern? Because I've been making socks that Danny can wear. This is the first time I've made a pair of socks that I really, really like. And I'm so proud of them, I really am. So I'm looking for testers. If anybody would like to test these, I would like to have 5 testers if anybody fancies it. You can send me an email. My email address is linked below every single video. And I will send you a copy of the PDF. If you use Ravelry, you can test if you don't use Ravelry, it doesn't matter. But if you do use Ravelry, there is a tester code, so it'll link to the socks when you put the tester code into Ravelry. So yeah, just if you use Ravelry, just let me know and I can give you the tester code. But yeah, they are ready and I love them. I absolutely love them. Just look at that. This is the bubble stitch. Whether or not I do a tutorial for it will depend on what my testers say. I don't think it needs a tutorial, but the testers will let me know if they've anything they found tricky. So I'm going to go completely by what the testers say for whether there's a tutorial for this. I don't think it needs it, but we'll see. It's 2 colours of yarn. There's about 60 grams of the main colour and about 20 grams of the contrast colour. The contrast colour is a little bit on the cuff and then you've got 2 sections with the contrast colour and then it's on the toes. The heel is done in the main colour. And I'm so pleased with them. I really am so stinking pleased with those. So yeah, all done and ready to go. So now, will you stop licking? I'm going to sit down and I'm going to get some knitting needles out and I am going to do a gauge swatch for Danny's sweater, jumper, cardigan. I don't know what to call it at this point anymore. But that is what I'm going to do now. So, yeah. I did ring up the dye place. The dye hasn't been sent yet. It's been dispatched today. So it wasn't lost in the post, which is a good thing. That's what I was really panicking about. I've just put the heating on to try and just warm my hands up. They are so cold and I've got to be careful because there was this cold a few weeks ago and I put my hands in the sink to wash up and the water was really hot and I gave myself chilblains, which have luckily gone now. So I just need to try and warm my hands up. It's because I've been working on the computer and I've got really cold. So yeah, I am going to sit now and do some work on Danny's, gauge swatch. That's all I'm doing, gauge swatch. So I've got my yarn here, and I'm going to get a ball of it out. Find my pattern, load my pattern up onto GoodNotes. I've forgotten to charge my iPad today as well. Oh, it's only on 34%. It's such a pain when it needs charging, it really is. Because the only plug that's near where I sit, there's a stupid plug right over there, a single plug, which the sofa just blocks it, so you can't actually access it, and it's too far away to put anything on charge. So we've got a plug down here, and I have to trail stuff across the floor, and Josh always trips over the wire. Always, in fact, bless his little cotton socks. Was it last week or the week before? There's this new dessert bar opened up near us, and he'd treat himself to this really fancy milkshake from this dessert bar. I don't know what it came with. It was a really fancy milkshake with all, like, I don't know what was in it, but it was really fancy. And he ordered it on Uber Eats or something like that. He was so excited for this milkshake. He picked it up off the driver at the door, walked into the lounge, tripped over my wire, and his milkshake went all over the floor. I have never seen such a look of disappointment on anybody's face. I felt so bad. If that had been me, I'd have been gutted. Absolutely gutted. And he's going, that's your fault, trailing that wire on the floor. Which technically it was. So yeah, anyway, I need to charge my iPad. Right, gaze swatch. Hello everybody, stop licking. It is 5:20, so I thought I'd better come on and end the vlog.
Yeah, look at that smile. Yeah.
Danny has just given me a gift. It's a Valentine's present and a Mother's Day present rolled into one. And I am just blown away, actually. It's not yarn. A couple of years ago, I had a Nintendo Switch and it broke, and we couldn't afford to replace it. So I've not had one. Anyway, there's a knock at the door and there's a delivery, and Danny shot up. He don't hear anything, but he heard that, and I'm like, what's going on? He's replaced it, and look, he got me 2 games to go with it. Isn't that sweet? So I know what I'm doing tonight, which is really funny, because if I flip the camera, hang on, I had picked up that shawl to work on. I'm over the moon. So I've not opened it yet. That's a memory card. I think the Hogwarts is quite a big game. That's Hogwarts Legacy, and I love cooking games. Absolutely love cooking games. I've been playing one on the iPad called Cooking Diary, and I've got so far on it. I play it all the time, but it's got to the stage now where you can't really progress unless you're putting money into the game, and I won't do it. So I've got a cooking game. I love SpongeBob SquarePants. And so this is a pink one, isn't it? Pink one.
Like salmon.
Spoiled, absolutely spoiled. So I'm gonna, when I finish the vlog, you know what I'm gonna be doing. If you don't see me tomorrow, you know why. So
it's called You're Worth It.
Oh, do you hear that? Bless him, he's so sweet. Yeah. Spoiled, absolutely spoiled. You can get like Agatha Christie games for the Switch, you know, like Poirot and all that kind of stuff. You can, yeah. So I might be having a look at some of those at a future date. So, yeah. Bless him, that's so sweet. We've had tea. We had spaghetti bolognese for tea tonight. Isn't that nail varnish doing well? It has chipped if you look really closely, but not much. Yeah, we had spaghetti bolognese for tea and some garlic bread, which was extremely yummy. I'm just catching up with podcasts. I'm just watching Lisa at Knit All the Yarn podcast. She, bless her, she'd got half an hour into it and she went, "Where's Henrietta?" She'd made the emotional support chicken and it's always been sat behind her. And she's like, "I can't believe she's not there." So she was so gutted. She got so far into the podcast and realised she forgot to bring Henrietta down. Oh, bless her. Really made me chuckle. And she goes, I bet you all noticed that Henrietta wasn't there. And I did straight away. I was thinking, where's the chicken gone? Whoops-a-daisy. Are you going to sit still? So I've done Danny's gauge swatch. Now, I got gauge before blocking. So it's just drying now. Will you stop just 1 second? Yeah, I got gauge before blocking. So I'm not sure. It's drying now, so I'm going to see what my gauge is like. I really don't want to go down a needle size. It's on 6mm needles. And I was kind of thinking, I like a drapier fabric. Not, not massively loose, but I do like a drapier fabric. So I don't want to go down to 5.5, so it may be a case of fudging a little bit, because I do like the fabric that I've got on the 6mm needles. But I'm just going to see what it's like when it's finished drying. It's still drying at the moment, so I can't work on that. So I had picked up, shock horror, the Painting Honeycomb shawl that I've been thinking about frogging and then decided not to frog. So I just picked it up before I started tea. And yeah, I've been doing a little bit of work on that. And I've been using the Crazy Zauber balls with it. And I had 2 Crazy Zauber balls. And all of a sudden I thought, because I'm nearly at the end, this one's only got that much left. Not much. So I was thinking, where's that other yarn? Hunted high and low. Was convinced the project had been in my Cabin Boy knits bag before I put it into the knitting cabinet. The Cabin Boy knits bag's empty, so I've been hunting high and low, and then eventually found it. It wasn't in the Cabin Boy knits bag, it was in a different project bag. But I was really panicking because I couldn't remember what the colourway was. As usual, don't have the ball band. I never keep them, ever. I always try to keep them for the podcast, but they end up on the table for ages. Would be easier to keep them in the project bag, but I don't always use project bags. I use my Cabin Boy knits bag all the time because it comes to knit group every week. And then socks are usually in a little project bag. But other than that, the bigger projects I don't take out of the house, so they tend to be just on the table in front of me. So yeah, I never keep the labels, and the labels stay on the table for ages, and I always try and keep them for the podcast. But then when I'm in a cleaning mode, I've got to clear this table because it's suddenly got far too messy, I end up chucking the labels, so I never have the labels. Will you stop licking? Stuart has not moved all day. He has slept on the sofa all day while I've been working. The dog keeps sniffing at him, thinking that there's something seriously wrong with him because he's not moved all day. But he's fine. He's just sleeping. It's because he's out on a night. That's why he likes to come in and sleep. Went upstairs earlier. I was measuring one of Danny's jumpers. I wanted to get the exact... He's got a jumper that fits him really well, so I've measured that. So I'm going to go by the measurements off this jumper. Anyway, I was doing that, and little Annie came out in a cage, bless her, and she came to say hello. She's not really scared of me now. I was putting my hand in and she really wasn't bothered. I told you I took a wheel out last night. 1 o'clock this morning, not last night. And she was so cross at me. She gave me a right look as if to say, well. But when I put it back in this morning, when I went to get dressed, I put the wheel back in the cage. It just slides in and out. She came straight out and sniffed at the wheel. I want to get her in the ball soon, but I think she's a little bit small yet. I'm not sure she'd be able to move the ball. Oreo used to fly around the bedroom in the ball, and I mean fly around. You all know Danny drinks Diet Coke. We do have bedside tables, but he normally puts his bottle of Diet Coke on the floor, and she used to just knock it over like she was bowling. She used to like eyeball it and then just charge into it. Bless her, so sweet. Excuse me, coughing there. Plans for tomorrow. I'm hoping this dye's going to come. I really am. I'm a little bit disappointed it's taken as long as it has because I ordered it last Tuesday. And when I rang today, they said, oh, we're going to dispatch it today. And I do wonder if I hadn't have rung whether it had got dispatched today. I don't know. You don't know, dear, but we kind of needed it. So I'm hoping... What was that? I'm hoping that it'll be here tomorrow because we've got to get on with some dyeing. And one of the colours I've got is a colour we use a lot and we've run out of one of the blues. We have a few different blues, but it's one of the blues. And I've also ordered some neon pink as well, which I'm itching to try. Some of those 50-gram skeins, I'm going to do one of them, or like a 2, whatever, neon pink. I am. There is going to be the colourway for my cardigan going into this one as well. People have been asking for that. It has been in the shop before. I can't remember what the name of it was before, to be perfectly honest. I really can't remember. Was it Sunset Boulevard or something like that? I have a feeling. I'm sure Annie from Knit and Sew 28 bought one, and I did it in my oh, what's it called? My Amber O'Brien shawl, because it didn't sell in the shop. I'd done a few skeins of it. I think I ended up taking 2 skeins. Annie bought a skein, and it had been in the shop for a while. I'll try and put a picture on the screen, but it has been in the shop before. But no, I'll put some more in this time, because a few people have asked. So yeah, tomorrow, there's not really any plans, apart from hoping this dye's going to come so we can get on with some yarn dyeing. Because we're both at that point, neither of us want to dye any yarn, because when you've got new dye coming, you just want to play with it. Last time we had a big dye order, Danny was he poorly? I think he was poorly. Was he poorly? It might have been that he had Harry. There was some reason he couldn't use the dye, and I played with it while he was upstairs. It was either poorly or we had Harry that weekend. I can't remember. But yeah, it's really exciting when you get new dye, because you just want to have a little play with it and see how the colours come out. So neither of us want to do any dyeing until we can play with the new dye. The guy did say hopefully tomorrow or the next day, so fingers crossed it comes tomorrow. Yeah, and that's it. That's absolutely everything for today, I think. I'm just itching to go and play on that switch. I keep looking at it. Can you see me looking at it? I'm going to play Krusty Krabs first. But I hope you've all had a wonderful day. We'll see you tomorrow for day 13. It's nearly Valentine's Day, everybody. Nearly Valentine's Day. So have a lovely evening, everybody, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 13. Bye-bye.